Hey everybody, this is kind of a continuation of my evaluation of the Cloud Defensive rain light. It could also be extrapolated to the owl. What I have here is this is the OEM lens included in my rain, and it's pretty simple. It's a 3 by 30 millimeter piece of standard glass, or Borafloat probably. And what I have here is a 3 by 30 millimeter Sapphire window. And it's pretty typical. There's no AR coatings or anything on either of these as far as I know. This is a little cooler to the touch, a little shinier, and a little heavier. The edges have a very, very small bevel to them, if you can see that. I'm trying to zoom in there and it's not wanting to. There you go. There's a very slight bevel. Not enough to cause any kind of fitment issues, but enough to prevent, I would think, some of the chipping that you can see happening on the rain lens. Anyway, this is going to be a destructive test. These parts will not survive. And yes, before you bring it up, this did come from China. Not really a fan of that. Don't know where to get this size sapphire glass, not from China. You've been running Chinese LED dyes in your Surefire and other lights for years without complaining though, so that's just one of those things, I guess. Anyway, this is the rain. This is some 60 grit sandpaper. This is the rain lens. Clean it up there. And you can tell we have wrecked that lens. I mean, yeah, you can get light through it, but it's kind of done. Here's our sapphire lens. Clean it off a little bit there. And it still looks pretty good. There's some minor surface imperfection there that you can see, but we're nowhere near the level of wrecked that this rain lens is. When you're running something near a break that's blasting out abrasive particles, this is something that might matter. That's not all that matters with lenses, though. Impact also matters, shock. So I'm holding both of these lenses. I know depth perception of the camera is not that great. I'm going to start off at about a foot and drop them onto this concrete. I can't control how they land very well, but I'm going to try and make them land flat. I'm going to drop one, move over a few inches, and drop the other. Our first one's the Sapphire. And the rain. Neither one of them broke. I didn't really expect either of them to. So we're going to go up a little bit. I'd say we're about 18 inches or so. And here's our Sapphire. It landed on the edge. That was our rain lens. It landed flat and it is kaput. Let me drop the Sapphire lens and try to land on a flat from this height. It landed on a flat and it's just fine. Let me increase our height. It's probably about 24, maybe 26. Anyway, it's more than 2 feet and less than 3. And it broke. It did not break near as kaput as the rain. It appears to have broken in, as best I can tell, kind of broke into maybe, I don't know, there's two large pieces. Here we go. There. Looks like it kind of broke into three large pieces. And is this little sliver part of it? Yeah, it looks like it might be. It's like kind of four large pieces there with maybe some little shards. And our rain, its lens, as best I can tell. And I'm not going to glue this back together, so I might have something out of order or something like that, but that's not the point. It broke into four. All right, well, there you have it. Going with a Sapphire lens, you are going to lose 5 to 7% light transmission over uncoated Borafloat. And at 1,000 lumens, that is a 50 lumen to 70 lumen loss. At 1,500 lumens, maybe 75 lumens. You're going to get more loss from running that light another 20 seconds than you are going to from that lens being there. To me, that's not really a factor when you have a 1,500 lumen light. Some of you might be chasing uber lumens, in which case I would recommend getting a ultra clear lens with like a UCL with anti-reflective coating on the inside. That's going to give you near 99% light transmission. That'd be excellent. But I'm not really chasing those last few lumens. I'm chasing something that's going to live next to a MAMS and not get shattered or scarred up or anything like that. And what I have found is this Sapphire lens appears to be much more abrasion resistant, as well as either similarly or more shatter resistant as compared to the Rain lens. Some things that could have influenced this: could the scratching of the lens on the sandpaper have created stress risers? Yes, it could have, but so can your brake abrading the front of the lens. I would hazard to say that the difference between shattering between these two, when you have a gasket behind them, which will dampen impacts and allow a little bit of movement of the lens to absorb some kind of frontal impact. You have a gasket that goes under these in the Rain and Owl. That's gonna absorb some impact force. That'd be good for simunitions and things like that are headed straight at the lens. But the propensity of either lens to shatter appears to be close enough to the same to where the Sapphire might have a slight edge, but the main edge the Sapphire has is in its abrasion resistance. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video to show you that there are a few tweaks you can do to make a very durable, very robust light a little bit more so. I hope you enjoyed nerding out on that with me. Y'all be safe.